so tired, but it's Angor Wat day. So I have to get up. This is going to be one of the most spectacular things I think I will see in my life, deemed the 8th wonder of the world. So we are off for Angor Wat. This is the heart and soul of Cambodia. The reason we came to Siem Reap, it is one of the biggest religious, it is actually the largest religious structure on earth. So, gas dump out of a bottle of whiskey. So we are in Angor Wat. This was actually built for King Sullivan II in the 12th century. It was going to be the main temple of Cambodia as well as the capital city. It's the most well-preserved of the Angor Temples, and for that reason it actually remains one of the biggest religious centers to this day in Cambodia. Reason why? It's on the Cambodian flag. So we're gonna go visit it. I'm excited. This is the reason this Southeast Asia was gonna be all worth it. So let's check it out. One really cool fact that makes this place as mind-boggling as the pyramids is that every single sandstone used to build this place was carried 50 kilometers down the Siem Reap River on a raft. 50 kilometers on a raft to build this place. Imagine the number of sandstones that were brought down by just villagers, then transported from the river to this place, and then this thing was built all by hand. Isn't that nuts? We're now in the bas-relief gallery, that is what it's called. This is actually the depiction of the last battle, or actually the conclusion of the Mahabharata. So the story of the Indians. And it's depicted in details on these walls. It is massive. Sacred spots here. Should I think? No, okay. Just entered the fortified city of Angor Temples. It's actually 10 square kilometers. It was at one time an enormous city. When London only had 50,000 people living in the city, this place had over 1 million. It was built for the great King Varman VII. He actually had a big ego, and we're going to see that as we go into this complex, which is called Bayon, because there is 56 enormous towers that have 216 faces of what should be a god, but it bears a very big resemblance to the king. He was the greatest Angorian king, so maybe, you know, there's a reason he put his face all over the place. Let's check it out. So they call this the lost civilization of Angor, and it's absolutely amazing. It's all these tiny little roots and caves and holes, and then you look up and you see faces galore. So we are approaching, it's called the Bafuan. It was apparently one of the greatest temples of the Angor civilization. What's awesome about this is that the restoration of it was not possible because of the Civil War. They lost all the records for it, so it left all the French experts with this massive jigsaw puzzle on how to put it back together. It's a mythical representation of Mount Meru, which is the mountain of the gods, and it was the center of town in the day of the Angor civilization. We're going to check it out. Apparently there's this massive reclining Buddha inside, like 60 feet high, but that would have been put in the 15th or 16th century when this country kind of changed to Buddhism. You know how we say that we find big bugs in a different country? Check this one out. Oh, I can't close my foot. That is one massive, what do I call it? Centipede? Even in the 10th century, men loved having many women for themselves. This is the royal palace. This is where at the top it was believed there was a golden tower with a serpent, a 9-headed serpent that resided there. And apparently the myth says that this serpent would show itself to the king as a woman, and the king had to sleep with her before going to see his wives, because apparently if he failed to sleep with this serpent lady, he would die, and you know, his other wives would be all super sad. So he would come here, sleep with her, and then he would go to his beloved ones. Amen. He was a generous king though, because he built one temple for each one of his 12 kids. When it rains, it pours. We're gonna wait it out in the little tower here. So we bought a 50-cent raincoat and we decided to tackle the rain and visit Tapron. It's actually one of the most impressive, they say, temples here at Angor. Actually, when the French found this temple, they really rallied to make sure that it would be conserved in its nature, that no one would restore it too much. And that is why this temple seems to have been taken over by the jungle. So we're really going to get a feel of what the explorers would have felt when they came here. After a big day of walking around the temples, we are now eating in the alley, which is the same place we were here yesterday. Awesome place. But we decided to try the Khmer barbecue. The Khmer barbecue is basically this. And we have it on our table. And they are going to be cooking vegetables, beef, pork, chicken, crocodile, and shrimp in here, as well as pasta. When in Rome, do like the Romans. When in Cambodia, eat crocodile. I have to admit I'm a bit scared. I had this in Africa before. Tastes like chicken. I'm going to do it again here. Okay. Crocodile. We are ready, ladies. It's chewy. It's chewy chicken.
Ouais, puis c'est le petit bébé que tu as vu dans la ferme l'autre jour.
Aww, it's the baby we saw at the crocodile farm.